Stretching the length of Malaga's coastline, Spain's Costa del Sol is one of Europe's top holiday destinations, renowned for its sunshine, golf courses, starkly contrasting landscapes, and vibrant people with a strong sense of local culture. The region has become a popular relocation spot with almost 300,000 foreigners living here, according to official data. And that's around 18% of the population, climbing to as much as 50% in specific resorts. During 2021, the region experienced one of the strongest population surges in Spain. So what is the secret that attracts so many people to the Costa del Sol?
The secret of the Costa del Sol is no secret. We have an incredible weather.
There's no other market in the world that is so consolidated and that is not seasonal.
Everyone who comes here chose to come here, right? It's not that you're back in where we come from, Denmark, complaining about the weather, because then you could leave quite quickly. And it all has that positive vibe to it, and it's all people who are willing to try something new or risk something in their life.
What is remarkable about the Costa del Sol is the possibility of living in a very tranquil area, yet close to areas such as Marbella or Puerto Banús, where you will find plenty of entertainment and facilities.
It's the mix of the authentic Spanish and then the disgusting luxury.
You can live your normal life like in Northern Europe, but in the sun, and that combination you don't get anywhere else.
We have all sorts of hospitals, private and public ones. If you talk about schools, you have schools for the British, schools for the Finnish, schools for the Swedish.
Costa del Sol is too big to fail. I mean, we have so much things happening. There has been so much income of money.
The redeveloping of Malaga is being a great asset for the whole coast, and now we have this cultural side.
Our focus is much more on city tourism than sun and beach. Malaga is a great destination for those in search of gastronomic and retail experience, not to mention the wide range of cultural events and museums on offer. Before COVID, we had greater growth in hotel occupancy than any other city in Spain. Now, in March 2022, our occupancy was of 74%, again, one of the highest in Spain. Residential tourism has always been important on the coast, but it is now becoming a relevant development in the city of Malaga too. And we are beginning to see foreigners investing not just in second homes, but more significantly in first homes, perhaps due to the boom in technology and teleworking.
The property market in 2021 saw a growth in prices, and new build sales leapt 41% by the end of the year. This trend continued into the first quarter of 2022. February, for example, saw 1/5 of homes on the market sell in less than a week. Luxury real estate led the boom with sales in this niche market, breaking previous records.
At the outbreak of the COVID, everything was paralyzed for like 3-4 months because everybody was under shock. And then there was those who bet for recovery and a good opportunity to buy, and then there was those who bet for complete collapse of the system and Spain was going to default.
Most of the professionals were thinking that probably the end of the year will be a good year for us, but nobody was thinking that 2021 was probably the record of the sales.
We sold since June 2021 80 million euros, which is a lot, and since January we sold 40 million euros. The prices kept increasing and we kept selling. We even sold 19 units in August.
Some people were so anxious that they decided to buy even remotely.
We actually sold some units over the phone, which I thought was never possible in the €1 million range.
We started to develop here in Marbella. The average of the clients, it was around up of 65. Today we can find, young people, young families of 35 years old.
People from bitcoins, new technologies, they are buying everywhere, and especially in Costa del Sol.
As a result of COVID, a lot of people are really working part-time from home, or at least a few days a week from home, and they have realized that the second home now becomes a house that they use for 4 months. So, it's a new concept that is called workation.
Before COVID, we have a situation on the market where our market research say that off-plan projects in Costa del Sol summarize around 14,000 units under development. It's radically changed after the COVID. The absorption has been very high in the last year, and it's normal to speak with developers and they say, I have a lack of units.
A lot of the clients actually who had maybe anticipated moving to Spain in 5 or 10 years' time accelerated their plans.
Nos ha cambiado la forma de pensar.
COVID has changed the way we think about our life. Now we want to live the best lifestyle possible, and we want tranquility.
New step in a new area to combine the holiday time for my family and also to work, and I think many people got that idea and searching for possibilities, and that's the reason I think the market boosts so up, and that's just the beginning for me.
€24% of Spanish property valued at over €1 million is located on the Costa del Sol, giving it the biggest share of high-end properties in Spain. So far in 2022, demand has been focused on larger homes, outdoor space, a bespoke finish, sleek modern designs, communal facilities and services. Sustainability certificates and environmentally friendly building solutions are also high on the buyer's agenda. Hotel-led developments with integrated or linked residences, including management and luxury services, are proving to be increasingly popular amongst discerning buyers.
Finca Cortesin, was started in 2004, really, and which we started doing the master plan, and really we wanted to make a top-end destination, a destination in itself. We realized that we wanted to have a top hotel and a top golf course as the heart of the whole resort. So the truth is that the hotel and the golf course really overcome our expectations. Sometimes you want to do something and it's a little bit like an artist. It comes out better than you expected or worse than you expected. It really came out better than we expected. That the key elements here was the golf course, and when we got the Volvo World Match Play, and then recently that we're getting the Solheim Cup. A landmark, a moment really important was the hotel that became successful quite fast, and now probably is one of the most awarded resorts in Europe, and definitely is one of the best resort in Spain. Everything is done how would I like to have my house or treat it in a hotel. And it's not from an efficient point of view, but really from a way of experience from the client point of view. And that's really has prevailed. So the way it functions at the end is that the hotel and the golf course and the restaurants and the beach club, they become like the heart of the resort. And that's what makes that when people get a house or a residence here, they can enjoy it all year through. Service are a key element, and low density. So it's kind of like, it's focused really for like the second, what we call first residence. The plan at the very beginning in Finca Cortesin, like any developer plan at 2005-4, was, we're going to have a hotel and a golf course that is going to be a little black hole. It's a PR marketing expense, and we're going to have a huge real estate project that is going to be really successful. Then everyone knows the story. Then the crisis came, Lehman came, and the real estate was a disaster, and then the hotel was like booming, and then everything got up together, and now it's pretty successful both ways.
The total area of the estate is 900 hectares, which is 9 square kilometers approximately. We have built 60 kilometers of roads with infrastructure. To give you an idea of size, it's about 4 times the size of Monaco. Here at SAPE, certainly one of the strongest points is security. It is a residential development gated with sports activities. Golfing is definitely the most important. We have 36 holes, 2 championship golf courses, and then 2 driving range and 2 clubhouses. We have tennis facilities and a paddle tennis, and then we have horse stables. You can see the density is really low, and it's a very generous cut. That made us win actually a very prestigious award back in 1991 against what the trend was. We sacrificed density and building square meters against low density, and that was considered a very unique step. It looks like over the years the market has rewarded us for that, because we nowadays are considered the champion in class or in league in this category of resorts, real estate. The ultimate exclusivity is given by the level of villas you find here exceptionally high. People spending a lot of money because they really fall in love with the place, and they're emotionally engaged, and they have the monies to execute that dream.
Reserva de Girón is a development that started in 1999. My father managed to buy this land. So when we came back from the States, from studying in UC Berkeley, we took charge of the company, my brother Javier and I. We tried to translate the all-inclusive development. We have a Curio hotel, a Hilton, one of the brands of Hilton. We have a huge sports center. We also created a huge spa, one of the largest spa center, health center in the coast. So the security was also very, very important for us, and also a commercial center. Basically, all your needs are within your neighborhood. We are 15 minutes away from the airport. We are 25 minutes by train to get to Malaga. And right now we are preparing our best project, or the project that we share the most. Is the last big project in Reserva de León for us, and it's Carat project that will have all the services. We'll have maximum facilities. We'll have concierge service 24 hours a day. We'll have inside pools, outside pools, meeting areas. We are designing also a working area so that people could work from the development. So if they have a meeting with someone, if they need to have a video conference with anyone, they don't have to do it from home. They have a proper, more business-like working center within the premises.
2016, I went to Spain with my family for vacation. My wife was pregnant with my third child. I have so many friends, and they saw, you're driving so often to Spain. What you doing there? You go to Mallorca? No. I said I go to Marbella. Marbella. I have a friend there, and he got the plot. And so everything comes, and I get that beautiful plot from a friend of mine that he gives me a tip, and I think it's destiny.
The plot of Ocean View has the particularity that it's on a crest on the mountain. So it's like an amphitheater to the Mediterranean Sea. This makes the things look easier. Although the buildings are one beside the other, good, well oriented, because it's south, the view coincides this time with the orientation of the blocks, so it's very easy. But the blocks needed to be carved so that they have their own identity. So you always have movement inside the block and making grooves so that you can have a plant, you can have a tree, you can have some division, some semi-privacy without taking away views. Because in many projects you have units that are facing to the north and facing to all the units, all the bedrooms, everything is facing the sea. But you have back windows to the back, which is very beautiful because it's the mountains of Mijas.
The concept of the project begins with my idea of Marbella, because Marbella got a very brilliant history. Yeah, and that history got a spirit, and that spirit means a sophisticated, elegant lifestyle. You can enjoy your life in your apartment in front of nature, and there will be no construction anymore surround you, because in front of that you've got a protected nature of over 230 hectares. That's a huge, and we got over 40% now reached on reservations. If you see that with December and January, we are so successful, and it's about our concept. It's about our campaign, because people understand what is important for them, because we don't focus about a real estate situation we offer. We talk about the feeling to be here in Marbella and also to enjoy your life.
In 2016, we started developing Palo Alto. Palo Alto is like it's the largest luxury community in the Marbella area. Yeah, we're 30 minutes from the airport, 10 minutes from the beaches on the center of Marbella. So it's 500,000 square meters for 500 families. So it's a very low density project, gated community, and full of amenities that provide a lifestyle that we call naturally modern living. Yeah? We have a farmer's market, we have the Palo Alto Club where we are right now, we have a co-working area. We provide a self-sufficient destination in the vicinity of a very favored destination, which is Marbella. Palo Alto is based on 4 pillars. The family focus, yeah? Then you have the lifestyle destination, which is we are creating the amenities so that you can enjoy the lifestyle that we're promoting. Yeah? Then we have bespoke homes, and finally sustainability, because today you cannot do anything without sustainability.
We are developing now a project called Unique, where we are giving this service that my partner said before of 360 degrees, developer, project manager, and master broker. And Unique is the investor and the owner of the project is Nortia, and this one is the most exclusive they have in Spain, with an average price in the high-end market, starting from 2 to 3 million up to 8 millions in First Line Beach in Marbella, which is an exceptional location, and it's not often that so luxury projects are large go on the market in Marbella.
300 million in sales volume here in the Costa del Sol in one single development of 96 units. It's something that Marbella has not seen ever. And we went on the market 5 weeks ago and have basically a third of it already pre-reserved.
Sizes are larger than normally you expect, even if you have a luxury resident here. Unique, it comes with a technological, very advanced installation and engineer, and it comes with a building of service, I think that has not been seen in any project residential that I know in Spain ever.
In recent years, the Costa del Sol's urban landscape has been shaped by the growing number of villas featuring contemporary designs.
We started Papana in 2012. We're 10 years old now. And the original mandate of the business is we were going to be investing in 3 markets: London, the United States and Spain. Spain is, for us, the number one. It's the one that we see the most potential in, and it's the one that we have the most success in. My favourite is probably El Madrigal Residence. We started it in 2015. We completed it in 2017. We conceived El Madrigal Residence as a boutique project of 3 houses, and it was probably the first modern development in, well, it wasn't probably,
no, it was, yeah.
The first modern development in El Madrigal. The criticism of this contemporary modern architecture is that often it does feel soulless, it does feel bland and bleak, and one of the more positive comments that we've had about this, and the one that makes me feel proud, is people never expect it to look like this in the inside.
My favourite project is an old 250-year-old finca that we bought just before COVID. It sits on top of a hill in Benavis, it's got some beautiful land around it, stunning views, and we spent 18 months renovating it. We live and breathe building or properties, and we love having the best, highest materials, you know, and that's something that we really focus on when we build.
Due to a highly competitive environment driven by international players, the property ecosystem has had to mature to deliver a professional approach that includes offering sophisticated 360-degree services.
In Envoga, we have different departments. We are specialized with the off-plan developments. As I said to you, we work from the very beginning with the developers, studying the land, the project, etc. So we have Envoga Developments. We have Envoga Homes, is our exclusive department. We have a team dedicated in the exclusive properties. We do the same, more or less, as we do with the off-plan developments in terms of marketing. We have the rentals department, Envoga Rentals. We have Envoga Concierge as well. Envoga Concierge for us is very important, and for the developers, because in the high-end level properties, the clients are demanding to have more and more services. We like more the style of Miami, when they have a master broker and then they deliver the property with the other agents. And we can guarantee the owner that within 2, maximum 3 months, we can sell the property, because our knowledge with the off-plan developments, we implement exactly the same system for the second-hand properties. So we do the same marketing, we do professional videos, we make professional photos, etc., 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 and we are very happy with that.
I started coming on the coast in 2014. I was actually coming down to retire. I have sold my businesses in Denmark, and my wife just kicked me out and says, "Get out of the sofa," and then I met this gentleman. We decided to do something, but it had to be very, very special. We want to do something that is full scale, meaning we're building what we call the House of Mojo. We have to cover all aspects of buying, owning, renting, and selling a property. And we did that by doing, for instance, the Mojo 360. The legal part is amazing. A lot of deals are not going through due to the fact, the complexity of having with different agencies and different lawyers to work with. So we have 2 in-house lawyers. We handle everything from 200,000 euro to many, many millions euro. And even with our new concept, the Mojo sharing concept, which is a concept where 8 families join together owning a property.
The group of people who cannot maybe afford a property of their own, and that's you know, the whole fraction economy is everywhere, not only in property. So it's just the way things are going, really.
We have to produce videos every week and put them online on YouTube. We do Facebook ads, we do Google campaigns, discovery, all those different things.
I'd like to think that we were among the first. It doesn't maybe matter, but I think we were first movers, and we like to be first movers. And I think when we started doing videos on the back of COVID, maybe saying, we don't have clients here, what can we do to still present the wonderful life that we're living here in Spain? That's always the challenge when you move into unknown territory. I think today when you see some of our first videos, they're not as provocative as they might have been 2 years ago, but still today, when I just saw one before when you showed me, and I was thinking, whoa, that's crazy. When you have the trust, when you've built trust on a professional level or whatever level you're on, people just go with you, and then they have to take your recommendation. So when Per and I are shouting from the top of a mountain where there's nothing,
you have to buy it.
You have to buy this one.
If you snooze, you lose.
We say it on the back of benchmarks and a lot of research between us.
We want to see a return of your investment. We want to see that. So we were never going to put you in any place that we wouldn't buy ourselves. One newest thing in the House of Mojo is our real estate investment trust. We had to do that one because there's a huge intake of investors who want to and need to place money down on the Costa del Sol. And that's due to the fact that they are only receiving 3-4% return of investment in their home countries at this point because the prices has grown so much so fast. And with inflation now growing as well, they are looking somewhere else and they're looking heavily on the Costa del Sol.
Location, location, location is everything when it comes to real estate. And on the Costa del Sol, this means Marbella, Estepona, and Benahavis. In terms of luxury, Benahavis has the edge. Spain's most extravagant state-of-the-art mansion went on sale in 2020 for €32 million in Benahavis's La Zagaleta gated community.
Aproximadamente un 90% de su industria está...
Benahavis's economy is largely fueled by the real estate sector and residential tourism, with its approximately 12 golf courses playing a key role. I would say that around 80% of our economy is tied into residential tourism.
Aproximadamente 2/3 partes del término municipal.
As 2/3 of Benahavis is protected, it has become a magnet for nature lovers. While 80% of the area enjoys uninterrupted views of the Mediterranean. Home to 108 nationalities, 72% of Benahavis residents are foreigners, and the extent of their wealth is reflected in the opulence of their villas. A number of reports state that Benahavis harbors one of Spain's most expensive streets. The fact that red tape has been reduced to a minimum here has probably been central to the area's success in attracting investment. Benahavis is also known as the Costa del Sol's culinary hub due to its range of restaurants and gastrobars. On the back of this, a cookery academy has been set up which now trains many of the chefs and waiters working along this stretch of coast.
The Costa del Sol has built a strong gastronomic tradition, offering a wide variety of restaurants aimed at a fast-growing international clientele.
I have different restaurants in the area. Now we are in Magna Cafe. It's a restaurant of Mediterranean international gastronomy. To us, the more important, is the gastronomy, is the food, quality of the product. This is a restaurant really popular in the area. Basically, we have foreign people. We have received more like around 30-35% more people. Many of the clients who are buying Costa del Sol properties, they are buying you because they have a lot of services. One of that services is the golf. Here we are in Magna Marbella Golf. This is a special golf course because it's a golf course of 9 holes. We're in the center of the golf area of Marbella, and Magna Marbella, it's a perfect place to practice, what is the approaches, and then to practice what is the pad. That for the golf player, is two of the more important aspects when you are playing to the golf.
The result of the COVID-19 pandemic have only further served to underline the intrinsic appeal of the Costa del Sol.